Oh wait, I gotta make sure. Hold on, cause last stream, boy, y'all could even really hear my shit good. Hold on, I gotta make sure. I'm trying to hurry up and do this. 'Cause I don't like having this extra shit showing on my Where is it at? All right, bet. I'll connect it to the mic. That's all I need y'all to see. What's good with y'all? Shit, that man NBA YoungBoy just dropped the album, bruh. You feel me? I see people saying, they don't know if it's gonna be this and that. You know what I'm saying? We about to see what YB did. We ain't gonna react to that on here though. We not reacting to that on here though. We just I seen pretty much something. I saw this on Twitter a little bit with KD and Kyrie kind of not going back and forth, but pretty much Kyrie kind of gave his whole, you know what I'm saying, his breakdown, his reasoning behind everything that happened on the Brooklyn Nets. So I said, you know what, I'm about to get on streaming on YouTube Live. I said stream, this is YouTube Live, same shit, but and react to it. I kind of want to react to his response. And there's also some other stuff. I got a couple of things planned for y'all. I know you see KD in the title. We're going to talk about this. Draymond Green calls out Gilbert Arenas' take on ring culture. Pretty much, I guess they was talking about this. Do rings matter? Does it rank you higher than somebody? Yada, yada, yada. Woo, cool. But let's see what they talking about on here, though. Let me see. Hold on. Actually, I kind of want to see. Let's just do this one first.
Back to our time in Brooklyn. What do you think?
It's just a slow uptick.
Let me see. Should I guess we'll record. It's time to sign. Hey man, back at it again. Another reaction video. You know how we get down. The truth about Kevin Durant's net experience. LeBron James and Steve Nash Mind the Game pod. Let's see what's going on because I seen Kyrie has some things to say. So I never really fully saw what Kevin Durant and them were saying. I seen little clips here and there, but I didn't see the full shit. So,
but it's like clearly different from.
What
was your last year in the league?
14.
And it was 14 and now.
Right
it's
then
like,
is when I feel like
that looked like the
'90s
compared to.
Trying to do this.
Yeah,
we done with the '90s.
Oh. They done seen, bro. We done with the '90s. Damn, Bron done seen it. He just shot. Did bro post that? I hope, bro. I should go to his page and see if he posted that because Bron literally just quoted the "We done with the '90s" dude on Instagram.
And it was 14 and now.
Right
it's
then
like,
is when I feel like
that looked like the '90s compared to.
Trying to do this.
Yeah,
we done with the '90s.
The 14s, the 10s through the 14s look like the old style of ball.
Right.
Because of the,
It's crazy right now.
But now it just look like we
totally
playing
different.
2K. I love that we shoot so many threes. I love that
Really?
we got big shooting threes now.
I don't.
I love that we got so much space to work. And I even love that you can throw zones in there. They mixing up defense.
That's an evolution, I think, in the last 6 months even.
A lot of people don't like this
we
shit.
play Houston. Like Ime Udoka does a good job of that. He would go one possession regular man, next possession zone, go back to man, the next 3 possession zone, all in the first
Throwing
quarter.
you off balance.
In the first quarter, and it's like, I don't care how good you are as a team, how connected you are as a group, how well you pass. Guys are unselfish. If a coach does that and you're not prepared for it,
you all off balance.
You all off balance.
You got no rhythm. I'm gonna even go even more drastic. Who's even more crazier with it? Eric Spoelstra will go 48 straight minutes of zone. And he will start the game with on zone.
And he might 1-2-2 press you back into a zone.
Back into a zone and put Bam at the top.
Yeah, I mean, I
they really know what they talking about on this bitch, boy.
And that's pushing players to become better offensively. Because when I'm working out, I'm thinking like, because now even a man-on-man defense starting to look like a zone a little bit with so many gaps.
Yeah, so many gaps, guys.
If you can't shoot, for sure they're going to be in the zone.
Yeah.
If you got non-shooters on the floor, they're going to for sure be loaded up.
They might not be in zone, but they're sitting in the lane.
Exactly.
Right?
And they're not moving.
Exactly.
And they're not moving. If a guy's in the corner and he can't shoot the 3 and he can't finish, there's a lot of guys. the guy guarding the corner guy is going to be so far up the lane that you're not going to be go anywhere. They don't mind if you go back door.
They'll let you be under 6'9" too. So there's a lot of dudes who can't shoot that's 6'4", 6'5" that's playing, and you can just put Jokic on them. And if you're not getting an offensive rebound on him, you're not going to lay up over him. Yeah. He's not even looking at you. You know.
Jokic, that's a good point because Jokic to me can't guard. I think to a lot of people he can't guard, but you're also, if you can't shoot or nothing on him, then you kind of can't really do nothing because he gonna get out there just enough, but he also don't need to because you can't shoot. And if you are a smaller guard, it's gonna be hard to finish over him. As far as guarding someone who could actually do something, hit a jumper where he has to actually contest, Jokic is useless on defense.
Yeah, so if you can't shoot at that, like if you just can't shoot at all,
it's a premium.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
You're
premium.
not even gonna be in the league. I'm sorry,
but that's why OKC's defense is great. They got individual defenders. They get in the gaps. They're willing to give up threes.
Bro, who's editing this video?
Protect their paint, so it looks like a zone, but it's a man. But then they'll go zone. They'll go zone. Nail catch man, corner catch man.
Yeah, they switch it up in the possession
during the possession, right?
See, these coaches are getting creative, man, on the defense. But like you said, it's because of the offense.
That's it.
So.
It's tit for tat. Offense got so good. We got to change our defense.
We got to figure it out.
Defense gets
can't finish. This is what you want.
Tit for tat.
You want Rudy Gobert. That's the right pass,
so
but
good.
You want Rudy Gobert to catch it and because he can't do nothing. It's not his game.
Yeah, we got to figure it out.
Defense gets good now. Like you said, it's pushing you to think about how do I find new spaces, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and when you're looking at OKC though, do you they play an ISO-based game?
They do.
When you think about
offensively, they do. So they have Shea, which he's, historically elite ISO player, right? Then they have Jalen, who's like kind of an all-rounder. Chet brings versatility. Mm-hmm. The key to me is Hartenstein in a way because he for 20 to 30 minutes a game becomes like a fulcrum, a hub, the DHOs, the floater, the passing, to just take the right, just it's like the rug that brings the room together.
Biggs, man, that floater, you get way more points than just chucking up threes, man. Especially when you play with great players. But yeah, he's been a hub for them.
That floater, he be hitting that shit.
It doesn't make Shea have to do it in isolation the whole game. It doesn't make Jalen feel like, I got to do it all the time.
Yeah, especially in the postseason when the game ramps up physically, to be able to have a big.
Hold on. Turn that shit off. Hold on. Let me see. Armand, what's the name's out? I'm trying to make sure everything out.
The hub. Okay, you pressure me. Okay, you stop me. Boom. Now I'm playing chase game.
Right.
Now you can't grab me in.
Right.
Now I'm playing chase game. I can go back door, which Hartenstein can. We know he makes that back door pass with the best of them. You can play chase with him now. He's one of the best screen setters we have in the league. And now Shea's coming off, or J-Dub is coming off. If the big helps up too much and the guard ain't get under Hartenstein, we got lob threat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, Charlie. Use your new door.
Man, I wonder if they gonna. Hopefully they keep their team together. Y'all just won a championship. Don't be stupid trying to do some other shit, bro. Don't be dumb trying to do some other shit. I gotta mute the ads. They be tripping on the ads. Shit weird.
We got skipped the corner, know. So, having that hub right there, having a 5 that can play from the 3-point line all the way into the paint, and not even like you said, he don't need to shoot threes. He know his game. You give it to me in the pinch post. You give it to me on delay action. Y'all trust me to make the right play.
Specific offensive position on the court located at the elbow, high post. That's a lot of shit I don't know, so I'm trying to learn.
To the league with that now, right?
Right. Nowadays, you got to be able to play DHO, pinch post, move, make decisions.
Know which angle to set it on.
Right.
Just
when to keep, when to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I think he is the fulcrum for their randomness. Shea is, he's just so elite at it. He's going to attack, but he's kind of the fulcrum to now we're going, they've 2 on Shea, now we're going to go play. He's going to play make up.
He knows when to flash. You could tell sometimes his flash is random.
Right.
The play might break down a little bit. We ain't got nothing. He just run up there.
great feel for
You know,
second.
you know,
Random chaos.
you know what I'm saying? That random
Organized
Yeah,
chaos.
organized chaos. You know what I'm saying? So they got a damn good team. Damn good team.
It's fun to watch.
I love that the league is trending towards that, though. It's just more hooping. It's
Right.
not, I mean, structure is good, don't get me wrong, but, like, I think you maximize your players when you just let them play. Like, I seen Obi Toppin playing.
I think you do. No, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of players that, and that's the thing about coaching and training and shit like that. It's a lot of players, if you put them in structure, they can't perform well. But if you just say go hoop, they can perform a little better. But you need a balance of both. Like he just said, don't get me wrong, structure is great to have, good to have, but just, let players hoop, like let players play. Everything don't gotta be a set every single time down the court. It's just the feel. Then when we get into rowdy, hey, call this set down. Hey, we see an advantage over there. Hey, all right, bet we gonna, power to bro, power in the post. He gonna catch it in the post. He gonna go to work. They gonna have to double. You cut back door because I know your man's gonna be looking at his teammate because he can't stop me in the post. He's gonna be threatened to help. You either backdoor or you stay there and shoot if you're a shooter. It's like, it's balanced though. You don't want to always have some shit where it's a set play running, but then you always don't want to always come down and be doing your own thing unless somebody got a heater.
Like
Right.
some of his best ball that way. I seen Nick Neesmith playing some of his best ball where it's like you're not restricted to like, all right, let me set this screen and just wait for the jump shot. Like they feel comfortable taking somebody off the dribble. TJ McConnell coming to the game, you feel like it's his team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
That's true.
But
TJ
I'll
McConnell,
give
one of the dudes I like.
I was about to say,
He's always been like
That's
that.
him.
Yeah, I think he's very adaptable.
Yeah.
What he's done in these 3-4 years is built an identity with his roster.
Nah,
right?
he has.
Like
He has.
like you said, Bron. Like it's not like okay mismatch.
Right.
He's like that's not us. And he's found an identity, but it doesn't work if those guys don't have enough freedom to play blender.
Right.
They have freedom to play blender instead of like I didn't get it. I got to throw a lob past the center to Hallie to get it back to try again. No, we just keep playing and moving.
You don't see Neesmith or Nembhard coming off pick and rolls trying to throw lobs.
Right.
They just play their game.
No, they don't. That's not what they're doing. Like everyone, they know exactly what the hell they're doing. They know their role, and they are starring in their roles, and they even going outside of their roles. I mean, we even talked about the game Neesmith had, the game one in New York when he went crazy. Yeah, that was game one. They was down. He hit up 5 or 6 threes in the last 2 minutes or something like that. Like,
crazy
but that's empowerment from the coaching staff. But it's also empowerment from you as an individual. You have to. A coaching staff can give you some freedom.
Right.
But a coach staff can also pull that shit back.
You
if you ain't doing what the hell you supposed to be doing, if you ain't earning it,
exactly.
now I can't just making me look bad. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't do that. So.
And what I love about Indy too, and I think it's an underrated factor, like Tyrese kicks the ball ahead.
Throws it ahead.
Like he doesn't dribble across half court every time. Like when they hand him the ball, the center hand him the ball after he kicking it ahead no matter.
He looked too, y'all. Peep this. Look what he do. Look what he
hand
do.
Him the ball, the center hand him the ball after.
Look, hold on, my fault. This one,
even
look what Halliburton does.
They hand him the ball, the center hand.
When a basket is made, he immediately looks down the floor to see who's available, see who's open.
Him the ball after
He gets
kicking
it
ahead no
and
matter.
advances. He's a actual. I noticed this, bro. True point guards aren't really appreciated. If you a point guard that average between 16 to 18 points or 14 to 18 points, and you average 8-9 assists a game, you're not going to be viewed as the point guard. You're not going to be viewed as better than the point guard averaging 23 to 26. You're just not. You could average 20. Like a good game, he had 21 and 8 assists, 21 and 9 assists, but that motherfucker had 32. That's just how it is.
Who it is, I think. And I tell a lot of young team, like coaches who want to talk ball, I'm like, if your point guard not kicking the ball ahead, you gotta, in my opinion, your team is not going to be as good as you.
More pressure on your team.
It's way more pressure when you're not kicking that ball ahead. So you kicking that head to Siakam and he coming downhill on whoever.
No help.
You kicking it to Obi Toppin downhill. Now
This is a perfect podcast for Kevin Durant to come
Aaron
on.
Smith out the corner. So that kick ahead for them is the reason. Is a big reason why I feel like they've been so connected as a
He's
group.
great at that, and I think what else? He's just in general a brilliant, simple early passer. Comes off pick and roll. He doesn't, if he sees someone, he just throws it. and that guy's leaning the wrong way, and now that guy's got to show and go or DH over the corner. It gives them an advantage at all times instead of being like bogged down. So I'm impressed.
He's just an efficient. Like all his movements just seem efficient. He doesn't turn the ball over.
Right.
He don't shoot bad shots. Like I think he could be more aggressive too to score the ball sometimes.
He might have to be.
He
Might have
if
to
they
be, yeah.
especially this next game, but just their connectivity is based a lot on
The fuck?
just
Hold
moving
on.
the ball, simple plays like you
Right.
said.
Weeks ago.
And they always say, like, it's funny because people say, like, well, they don't turn the ball over that much, but they play so fast. I think now, like, it's almost easier to not turn the ball over. You're not thinking about, I got to make a play. He's open, chuck it. Pinch post, give it back.
Yeah.
Like, you're not thinking me, I got to make a play. You're just thinking simple plays.
Yeah.
So now it's not like high risk all the time because that's how we play. We just get rid of it. So you end up, and maybe I should give them more credit, but they end up almost the style allows them to not turn it over because they're just playing simple.
Yeah, you're right.
That's why it looked so weird in game one early on when they was turning the ball over so
Right.
damn much.
Was
That's
that
okay.
25 turnovers?
OKC's defense, and they won
it was
that
like
game.
it was like 21 turnovers at halftime or something.
That's
like that.
crazy.
I think it was
They
26
won.
for the game.
In the finals.
Yeah, in the finals and still won.
Well, that goes back to your thing about Rick trusting these guys.
Right.
So where does he get that back? They never stop playing.
No,
Yep.
they did not.
They never stop playing.
And his face didn't never change either. Now
Right.
I don't know what he said at halftime because I think they only had 5 or 6 at it in the second half. But listen, we got here because this is how we play.
Yep.
You know, and you know,
I'm-
they got
As a
lot of
coach, though, coming in the half and you got 21 turnovers,
In the finals
what are
game?
you thinking as a coach then?
Hang yourself. No, you
Like-
honestly though, but what Rick does great, I know this.
21 is crazy.
You know,
That's 21.
that's right.
That's high
I mean,
for a whole game.
It's high, but it's also credit to OKC. Those guys, man,
Yeah.
they're unbelievable.
21 and a half is
Athletic and
crazy.
handsy and all that stuff. But I think Rick's been unbelievable at just staying even keel.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what am I going to get out of Lambase and you guys? You guys have earned my trust. Let's keep trusting it. Keep playing. It's 4
That's when
series
you
in
know
a
you
row.
got a good
Yeah.
team though.
Yeah.
4 series in a row,
Yeah.
they've come back from like historic deficits.
Yeah.
To win
No,
the
I love that
playoffs.
mental fortitude as
Yeah.
a team. Like they are mentally strong. They're disciplined on what they want to do, and they're gonna live and die on who they are. They're not making no changes. I respect that as a team.
It's really a good team.
Yeah, they don't get bogged down.
Nah.
Right? Like when you sometimes in the playoffs things get tight. You start to slow down. You start thinking too much. They just keep playing.
I respect that team.
All right, I don't know what that is, but we're gonna get back to the action.
The Bush Guide, cold and
I don't know what that is. We're gonna get back to the action.
Asking about is like how you found basketball and like how did it take hold of you? Like how old were you? What was going on? Where was it?
That's a hell of a
That's a
question.
great question. I think about that all the time. I was about 8 years old. My mom signed me up for a rec center. She just wanted me and my brother to get out the house. It wasn't to play ball. It wasn't to do
Just
anything
after school
specific.
stuff.
It's just like, y'all been in the house for 7 years. Under me and your grandma, y'all need to leave. So about 8 years old, we went to a rec center about 10 minutes from our crib. We walked in there, it was nothing but kids playing and hooping and running up and down the court. And I was just like, I want to join in with them. And it was just so much fun that first day. And I just wanted to come back. And I just kept coming back every day. And then when you see that ball go through the rim, it's just such a satisfying feeling. It's just like for the first time, I felt like I was doing something right in my life. You know what I'm saying? When the ball hit the rim or go through the rim. So I just love that feeling. And I just kept coming back. And then I had some great influences at the rec center. Older guys who taught me how to play, who put me on the team for the first time, just encouraged me all the time. Just, just big brothers, figures to me.
That's what older dudes supposed to do at the gym, especially if your time is up. You ain't playing or you ain't ever really played. You just been at the gym, that's perfectly fine. There's never no shame in not playing. One of the hardest sports to play in, but that's what you're supposed to do. So shout out to them. You're not supposed to do. You could be honest with the young guy. You know what I'm saying? If he doing stupid shit, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to tell him like, hey, this is how it goes. Let's get this right. Let's get that right. It's not supposed to be no hating shit.
Early on, so that just built my love and the camaraderie that came with the game of basketball. It just built from there. So I want to say like 8 or 9, I really fell in love with just the process of basketball. Getting in the car, going to the gym, put my stuff on, working out, talking to my teammates, after practice, all of that stuff just became a part of me.
So from 8, 9, 10, you were like working on your game. You were
Yeah,
just
I was
playing. You were already
preparing
like,
to
I
be in
want
the
to get
NBA.
better. I want to see that. Really? Like I want to play in the league.
Yeah,
8, 9,
like
10.
I remember seeing that's when we first got dial-up internet. Like when I was 9, 10 years old. So I'm on NBA.com a lot around that time when I'm 10. And I'm looking up. Vince Carter is my favorite because he's dunking so much, and he showed enthusiasm early in his career. So I was attracted to what he was doing, and so I just kept researching on NBA.com, trying to find anything inside stuff. And I was just looking for stuff that was basketball at the highest level, and that's where the love built. And then I was just like, I want to do that. Told my mom's that at 9. I just started training. I was training before that, fundamentally, working on my left hand, right hand, jump shot stuff. But my training just became, the regimen became,
Intentional.
yeah, just what I was. Yeah, I could tell. Box jumps, running up hills, duck walks, shooting 200 shots a day. My mom and my trainer, who's my godfather, who's my coach, like somebody I really hung out with before all of this, he started to get upset with me in workouts. So I just started seeing everybody vibe change around me. So mine's just changed, and I just became more focused on wanting to be the best player I could be.
That's interesting because you could go 2 ways at that age.
Yeah,
You can be like, this is a lot.
Too much, yeah.
You kind of embraced it in a way.
I enjoyed it. I felt like from like 6 to 7, 8 years old, I was outside running around though. So I kind of understood my body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew what I could do.
Playing football, playing tag,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. Jumping rope. I was just riding my bike, just doing anything outside up until, so I just think all that, it's just all hit at like one point. I was just having so much fun with my friends, and I was using my body and finding out new things. I can run fast. I could jump. I could touch the back.
This podcast doesn't look like any other podcast I've seen before. And I think that's some people we got to look at. They content, everybody content, like I said, everybody's inspired by somebody. And you take a little bit of their shit, but you enhance it and put your own swag on it. But this shit don't look like nothing I've seen. You know what I'm saying? That's how the content got to be. You don't got to literally 100% copy somebody else's shit. And, that's how that shit got to be. And when I watch this shit, I know it's Mind the Game podcast. I don't think of anybody else when I see this shit, and that's a good thing.
Backboard, damn, I didn't know I could do that. So you just get more enlightened as a human being.
Yeah.
It
inspired you.
Yeah, it just inspired me to be out there, and I think that's just what's keeping me going today, to be honest.
And who, like, I think you mentioned your godfather, but like him, maybe others, like who were like, maybe Wanda, who was your like key believers? I think everyone needs someone that's like, you can do this, you're great.
Yeah, it's my mom's for sure. I mean, obviously, it's always gonna be your mom's. Yeah, but it's like I tune her out at a certain point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was for sure.
One All-American Club combo.
I'll mute that. I've been trying to edit my live though. This shit getting kind of sketchy, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Going in, I for sure appreciated my mom telling me that I was gonna be great, but I always knew that. Of course, she gonna say that. Right. She was calling me handsome, and I was going to school, and they was like, "Oh, nah." You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I understand.
I can relate to that one.
I get that. So I was looking for some validation from my coaches, my teammates, to just be like, "Yo, you nice." Or somebody be like, "Yo, we want to pick KD on my team."
They're really drinking wine throughout this
friends
bitch.
started to knock on
They
my
really
door,
drinking
"You can't
wine
play
throughout
today."
this
Like,
bitch.
That's how I started to feel confident in myself, and then my coaches was continuing to work with me every day. So they didn't. It's easy. I seen them say, "Man, this kid trash. Don't bring him back tomorrow." But they kept inviting me back. So my confidence.
You knew something was there.
Yeah, I just knew something was up. Something was, you know what I mean?
Older kids,
Yeah.
like, validating you.
Exactly. So everybody around me kind of understood what this was before me. So and I started to become more enlightened and open my eyes to what this is as 10, 11, 12, 13. And I just hit the ground running.
You walk in the gym, kids happy to see you.
Yeah, like,
happy to see y'all play back.
Let's play right now.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So I love that camaraderie, man. I was just grateful to have a rec center in my neighborhood that, provided
Access.
a space for the kids. You know what I'm saying? And I was grateful. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
most of my friends come from hooping. You know,
Right.
most
That's
of the people
how it
I
be.
met come from hooping.
Your greatest friends really come from basketball, bro. Like, come from that sport. You know what I mean? And it's just because my greatest friends came from basketball. You know, came from sports. So it's just, and that's why it hurt a little bit. Now you happy that your partners is still doing that shit, but it hurt because it's like, damn, we used to be on road trips together. Now it's just I'm on road trips or you're just on road trips. We ain't doing that shit together. We both went a separate way. You happy for your homie, but you like, damn, we both like. I really want to face up with you in a real game, not just being at the gym. You know, it hit different. You just missed those battles. That's why you really got to be here. You really got to embrace this shit when you in it. Anybody who's still playing, you really got to embrace that shit. This shit ain't going to be here forever. Everything is not going to be here forever. Friendship, anything, bro. I just got off the phone with one of my good friends yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Wished her well. Told her I love her. It's really my dog for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, it felt good to hear her voice. It's really my partner for real. So this shit really ain't gonna be here forever. It's gonna be a time where motherfuckers get relationships, they move away, they don't talk as much. The love's still there. You just not talking as much because y'all got your own shit y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying? I got a best friend, one of my best friends, literally right now. I talk to him once every year, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I just seen him in March. I just saw him. But before that, I can't tell you the last time I saw him. I don't know when I'm going to see him again. You know what I'm saying? Probably hit me on my birthday, maybe. Sometimes he remembers, sometimes he don't. But it's just, you feel me? That's just how it be when y'all got your own shit going on. You just, you know? So you really got to embrace this shit when it's happening. You don't want that shit to slip away. Because once that shit slip away, all you're going to be left with is the memories. Which are good memories, but you also just like really live in that moment before this shit over with. Because a lot of this shit is momentarily. I'm realizing that.
I traveled this world because of that. You know what I'm saying? So everything just stemmed back to I just enjoy being in that gym. That community was perfect for me.
You know, we've spent a lot of time together. Pre-Golden State, Brooklyn. Like, you have an obsessive work ethic around your routine and like staying sharp and trying to get better. The seeds of that was built then. Like,
Yeah.
That wasn't something that like you know.
You should have saw him this past summer,
no.
last summer, when he couldn't work out yet because his calf wasn't right. Oh, he was sitting on the sidelines,
Shooting in a chair.
Literally wanted to cry,
my God.
bro.
He was so upset. Like he couldn't, like, the first couple of weeks he couldn't do nothing besides like get up and just like. As soon as we got in the gym, we had picture day. He didn't even get dressed. Didn't put his uniform on. Went straight out to just start, like, just pissed and like for sure it's in him.
Yeah, man. I don't know, it's that kid-like trait. I mean, we all had obsessive shit as a kid. You played with the same toy for a month sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You did the same stuff. I just think I keep that kid-like energy in me, you know, and and that's what comes from, you know, enjoying what you do, wanting to be great at what you do. Us three, we understand what that's like, being in the league for so long, being at that level. Having that standard that you hold yourself to, you gotta be obsessed. I'm sorry. I mean, I know it's something that it's traits that you gotta acquire as a human being in order for you to maintain what you got. Right. And obsession is one of them. And we look at that, we frown upon that as human beings about stuff. But
we do, cause like I'm trying to get there right now. I'm in like the middle of it. I'm in like a battle with that shit right now. Like I want something different, so I'm moving different. I'm obsessing over this shit. And my parent was just telling me, like, bro, you gotta still rest. You know, I still gotta make time for yourself. Woo, woo. I'm like, yeah, I feel that. And I am doing. I'm making sure to do that, you know. I have a day maybe where I'm just, I ain't gonna say chilling, but yeah, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Just one day. Or just kind of taking my mind off of the YouTube, the content as a whole. You know, I just had the mindset of I don't want to get comfortable. I want to know how to take a break from my break, if that makes sense. Because I see everybody who makes it what they want to make it in, they're obsessed with this shit. They put that before everything. So I'm like, all right, this looks like everybody's journey is different, but it looks like they all had to take this type of journey to get where they got. So that's why when I say certain things like, hey, I ain't going out, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that until such and such, or I'll do that 2 months, 3 months, 4 months from now, I'll do, you know, like he said, it's frowned upon when you say, like I said about the going out on Tuesday shit, the drinking that Tuesday shit. If you got some other shit you got going on, you got to put that shit a hold. Especially if you know you don't have the discipline to go get stupid lit and then the next day have to go do what you got to go do. It's frowned upon, you know. And I'm just trying to take notes out of their books and apply it to my own shit.
If you really truly want to be great at basketball, I'm telling you now, somebody who's done it. I don't want to speak for y'all, but I kind of understand y'all. But you have to be obsessed with wanting to get better every day.
You got to be obsessed with one. If that goes for anything you fucking doing, and that's like I said, that's the mindset I'm trying to literally put. I got it in my head, but I'm wishy-washy with it still. You know, that's if you really want to be great at the shit, you got to be obsessed with the shit. This shit, everything you do come with shit, bro. It's not just some easy ass like, oh, I could do this, I could do. I used to think you could do both. You can't. Something got to give. Something really got to give, bro. You feel me? It's gonna be nights where you sitting in a room just like this, nobody here. You feel me? You staring at this shit all day. You writing shit down to come up with shit. That's just what it is. You got to be obsessed with this shit, bro. If this is something you really want to do, basketball, football, content, a business, clothing brands, writing a book, becoming a psychologist, a therapist, whatever the fuck it is. You really want to be great in it, you got to be obsessed with it. You do have to have that balance of finding peace because everything you do is going, you got to protect this first. It's just, that's where I'm chasing. That's where I'm trying to get to because I don't think everybody really fully understand me when I say, like, bro, few understand, bro.
And it's like, if you don't think that way, if you don't act that way, then just that simple, you're not going to be great at it. And so I understood that early. And like I said, and also just love doing it and having fun doing it.
Right.
And that's the reason why I am where I am today.
Right. It's interesting, right? Like, we all share that obsessiveness about it, but like for kids out there, I think it's important for them. It's not just doing it every day. Like we sat down, Bron pours the wine. You're like, yeah, I got my work in. Like it's on your, you're anxious. It's on your mind. Like you'd be anxious if you hadn't gone to the gym yet. You'd be like, like so. 1, 2, like all of us when we get down to business, when we're in our routine, we're doing our work. There's a standard. Like we're not just there to, if coach said make 200 shots, it's no. It's 200 game speed, pressure on the line, day after day after day. Just kids, I think they have to understand, like it's not just the volume, it's not just the consistency, it's the approach.
And also they'll learn that as well over time. It's not going to happen day one to the kids out there.
I agree.
They'll learn how to train the right way. They'll learn
exactly what he just said. It's not going to happen day one. You're going to establish the consistency first. And then we'll do what he just said right here.
I agree.
They'll learn how to train the right way. They'll
train the right way. Same thing with YouTube. Be consistent on YouTube. Find out what you really want to do. Throw yourself in the fire. Think about what you want to do. Throw yourself in the fire, right? And then when you find what you really want to do, be consistent at it. You know what I'm saying? That's the start. When you're consistent, that's how you build your work ethic. You ain't finna make it right then and there. It's very rare somebody makes it right then and there. You're just showing people that you serious. Same thing with basketball. Okay, son, you want to be a better ball handler? All right, work on your ball handling every day. He go in the backyard, maybe he's doing 2-ball dribbling drills. He's dribbling with his left hand, looking up. You feel me? Not slunching his back over. He's doing 100 behind the backs, 100 crossovers. All right, now that I see you did this for a week straight, 2 weeks straight, now we're going to work the correct way. Now that I see you're serious and have a work ethic, we're going to do this. That's what it is. It's not just something that you just, okay, bet we got it here. Nah, it don't work like that.
learn how they can get the most out of their training, how to get the most out of their workouts. And then, like Kay said, he started to feel his body change.
Right.
You know, he started to feel, oh, I know, that I can do this a little bit more now. Oh, I can get to this spot a little bit more now because I'm a little stronger now. I'm a little faster now. Even at 10, 11, 12 years old. And I look at it, obviously I've had my 2 boys that play basketball, whatever, and my daughter's playing volleyball right now. She's 10 and she's playing 12U volleyball. So you could just see the difference just in like 2 years. It could be 18 months. You see the difference shorter,
6
not
months,
as strong,
9
you
months.
know, not as fast, can't jump as high, you know. So like as those things continue to mold and get better, and you start seeing your body transition, and you start, the only thing that matters the most early on is that you want to do it and you got the love to do it. You gotta love it,
Right.
because that's gonna keep you coming back. The body's gonna do what it's gonna do. You're gonna go to sleep one day, and then you're gonna wake up, and your knee gonna be hurting. You're like, what the hell? You're like, what the hell's going on? You're gonna wake up one day, and you're gonna wait, and you're gonna say something to your mom, and your voice gonna be a little bit deeper. You're like, oh shit. You know, so like it happens like that.
But you're right though, it's the love. Like you can't live without it right now, right? Like I've had to move on. It's hard, right? It's hard. You're not too far away. You're not too far away. Like you guys now have a immediacy with that. Like you know that you got to make the most out of this. You've seen there, been there, and done it.
Bruh, tell me about it. And I don't got half the success. I don't got a quarter of the success. I don't have that they have when it came to basketball, bro. And I already feel it, you know. You really just gotta. This shit ain't forever, bro. Especially for the most people. Most people ain't gonna play past 24. I'm talking about in like college, overseas, shit like that. Like a lot of people ain't gonna play past if they make it at junior college. They ain't gonna play past that. You gonna wake up and that nigga, this shit over with, nigga. You 24, nigga, but you ain't no coach picking you up. Nigga, he got a bunch of young dudes. You ain't really what you think you are. Sorry. Maybe better luck to your son, maybe, if you want to do that. That's just how this shit go.
Like that all starts with love.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's gonna stay there with love, you know, because we can easily get jaded by the business of basketball and the responsibility that comes with being a breadwinner in some of our families, or there's a lot that comes with being an NBA player that we don't discuss a lot. You know, it's like that unsaid thing.
Right.
Enter the.
It's because people see that NBA player, they see that money in that. You know, money rule the world. So if you got money, you ain't got no problems to most people. But then some of y'all do that to yourselves because y'all make it sound like money is everything. I don't really see NBA players do that. I see a lot of YouTubers and streamers do that.
We deal with a lot as human beings and as basketball players, but when you get on that basketball court, that is like your
sanctuary, man.
Yeah, you can't let that get affected by all of the that comes with life. You know what I'm saying? So once you keep that sacred, and it takes some time, for people to understand how sacred that is. Like, I'm not coming here to interview with y'all if I ain't work out today. Like, I'm not gonna change my workout. I love you, Bron. I love you, but I'm not.
They definitely told me.
I'm not gonna change my work. I'm not coming here to interview with y'all if I ain't work out today. Like, I'm not gonna change my workout.
If I ain't did a video today, I ain't going where where y'all trying to go. If I ain't did what I was supposed to do already, I ain't finna go. Bro, just do it tomorrow. I can't do it tomorrow, bro. I had that mindset with basketball, bro. That's why I didn't fucking make it in basketball. I mean, other reasons too, but that's a reason right there. So if you ain't did what you supposed to do, you don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds crazy, like, oh, you two this, you two that, you two. No, it like he just said, he not about to be sitting down with Bron and Steven and Steve Nash if he didn't work out today. If he didn't do his regular regimen, for whatever reason, he's not gonna go there today because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. That's the mindset you gotta have, bro. It's not being. If you understand, bro.
Right. I love you, Bron. I love you, but I'm not.
They definitely told me K can only do after 2:30. I'm like, see, I work out at 7 a.m. I gotta wait till 2:30 to see this motherfucker.
It was just like I just can't compromise that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Can't compromise that.
At this point,
100%.
You know what I mean? And I think that's what we all get to once we love something.
Do you think another driving factor in our careers?
That's what I keep, bro. I hate to pause it so much, but bro, that's why I'm about to start watching this shit more. Like, when you start compromising something that you have to do every day for some other shit that you may want to go do, you ain't gonna only compromise it once. It's gonna be a couple other times you compromise that shit. Some shit that's just non-negotiable. That's why I'm watching three greats. Motherfucker, two of the oldest player. We got this nigga right here is fucking 40. We got KD that's almost there. His dams, he's 37, 36. I think Steve Nash already done, but still, like, that's what it takes, bro, to be great.
Right now is others who had the talent and others who had the same opportunity didn't make the most of it in their later careers.
Yeah,
Like people opportunity didn't. Others who had the talent and others who had the same opportunity didn't make the most of it in their later careers.
Yeah,
Like people that we grew up watching, people that, you know, that you felt like, damn, I wonder if they worked hard. I wonder if they really put the time into it.
1,000%.
To now, like you look back, sometimes I go back and look at certain players back in the day. I'm like, damn, he played 11 years.
Yeah, no, you know,
or he only played 8 years. Like and when you're young, you don't really know, but it's like.
Nah, you're right. I mean, you definitely look at. I mean, because if you're not looking at the guys that come before you and
That's
as
how I kind of
examples,
felt about Allen Iverson.
And good or bad.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
you know,
That's
good
my
or
fa-
bad,
one
then
of
you're
my
not
favorite players.
going. You know, it's hard for you to be ready for what's ahead. Like I've seen guys that, you drove me every day. Go and watch your games, watch your box scores. I'm like, all right, if he on that level, why can't I try to be at that same level too? So that drive, but then you look at guys who didn't necessarily pan out, and you know their situation, and you want to avoid that too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, all of that stuff plays a factor, but it's not just 1 or 2 or 3 things that make you a good basketball player. Things you have to do to be a great basketball player. It's so much you got to retain and understand in order for you to get the full potential out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the research is a big part, in my opinion, of becoming a great basketball player. Who you listening to talk the game. What you watching, how you watching it, how you watching film. You know what I'm saying? Are you researching old players and see what they did to understand the foundation they laid down for you?
Are you being real with yourself?
Are you being real with yourself?
It's crazy. I'm doing all that with YouTube. I was inconsistent doing that with basketball, but I'm doing all that with YouTube. At least I'm going to make it in this one. Doing all that in YouTube. What did this YouTuber do? What did that YouTuber do? Not to copy it, but let me see if every YouTuber that's made it, and when I say make it, I just mean have a community behind them. What did they do? What did they do? I see they all was consistent. Most of them were consistent. I see they all developed a certain style that people could relate to. And for the most part was organic. And found their niche and found their lane. Then you got the people over here telling you to do this and that. And they ain't really where the other ones are at. So in his case, you watching the old players, you watching film, or you doing all these things. If you're not gonna make it.
When you watch film, or you hold yourself accountable after games, right after the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff you got to ask yourself. You got to recommit to this game. Just like you sign a new contract, every time you get better as a player, I truly feel that you got to recommit and sign that contract with yourself. Every so often, like, all right, I'm 10, 12 years in, I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships, like, but do I still want to do this shit? You know what I'm saying?
You know how hard it is.
Some people say, I want to go play baseball.
This is the clip I saw on Twitter.
Right?
Yeah. And then I want to come back. Or some people say, I'm going to go 22 straight. And, you know what I'm saying? So
That was the clip I saw
feel
on
like you
Twitter,
gotta
bro.
have with yourself, too.
I don't think he
In
was
order for you
dissing
to be
Jordan,
a,
though.
you know, great ball player. Or to have a long career. That's the goal, to be in the league for 20 years. I tell you, that's the goal. However you want to get there, but you got to recommit to yourself before you commit to anything else.
That's interesting. But, like, all that's a factor, like seeing what other people did, seeing maybe they didn't fulfill their potential, they didn't keep going as long as they could have, but it all starts again with that love, that passion for what you do every day.
For sure.
You know,
Because that ain't gonna last. That ain't enough.
Right?
That ain't
That's
enough
it,
to keep
right?
you going, seeing what other people did and didn't do.
It's about you.
It's about
You can't just chase other people. You
Yeah,
gotta run your
exactly.
own
You
race.
gotta
You
run your
gotta
own
be
race.
deeply inside it and engineer that thing. Drive your own bus. You know what I mean? I was gonna say, how does that at this stage? You're like, what is success? You first episode. What does success look like for you? Like the rest of your career? How do you approach it?
For me, it's
Were you
just
year coming into 19?
19.
19, yeah.
19. It's just about, for me, it's just about being in it every day. Like, and when I mean in it, it's just like every detail. I gotta be like, if my coaches need to ask me about anything, no matter, I gotta be ready. If I gotta jump in a drill first, you know what I'm saying, to demonstrate the drill. If I gotta be, play a whole scrimmage and practice, even on 35, 36. I don't want to. I got to set that example of, like, no matter how old I am, that I'm still trying to be great every day.
Yeah, there's a standard.
You know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm in it for, is just continue to live up to that every day, whether it's shoot around, practice, or a game. And I think I love living up to that standard.
Similar. He was process over, the process, trying to be great every day and like leaving an example for other players.
And if you do that, then win, lose, or draw, shit. I mean, we get frustrated with losses. We've been to the mountaintop before. We want to get back there.
Yeah.
But you sleep better than the contrary if you wasn't doing the other shit.
Right.
And you lose. You're like, oh, I just cheated a season away.
Yeah, exactly.
I just cheated a week away. I just cheated a day away.
Right.
For what? Because at the end of the day, this game that we're playing, the basketball game, the life game, whatever the case may be, the game in general, it's not no dress rehearsal. It is right now. We live. We live, baby.
Yeah.
And we got to get to it. We got to make the most of it when you're that person.
Right.
When you have the it factor, it's not a dress rehearsal for it. You don't get. You're not allowed to have a dress rehearsal. The others do.
Got to be on every day,
gotta
and that's the beauty of being given that much responsibility. Is that you got to be on every day. It's easy when you get 2 days a week where you got to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? But you challenge yourself. You reach different heights as a human being. I think this game. Of course, you want to be great at playing basketball, but there's so many life lessons within the game that enlighten you just on everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not open-minded to that part of it too, not just being a highly touted, great player, everybody love you, and you got the most points and you got the accolades, but do you actually truly care about coming in every day and being the best that you can be as an individual? And it may not be just shooting the ball, putting it in the basket. It may be your influence, what you say to your teammates, how you're encouraging your coaching staff, how coachable you are as an individual. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff I try to stay conscious of, because I know the heavy influence that I have as being a veteran in the league, accomplished so much into the league. Just walking into any gym, it can. Yeah, people are tense. Just
for sure.
You got to make sure they're comfortable too. So I try to come into the gym and make sure I'm locked in on being a team player. True and true.
You guys are approaching it the right way because there's someone who's already gone over the other side, right? Like, there's a lot of reward in life. Like, there's a lot of things to enjoy, to challenge yourself with, but like, this is special. Like, it's hard to replicate this once it's done. Yeah, you have family or you have new interests, endeavors, but to be the best in the world or thereabouts at something and to fight for it every day and have that passion to want to get up and do it and think about it going to bed.
It's not like it.
There's nothing like it, and when it's gone, it's like you guys will both do great things when you're done playing. You're both already incredible at business, at life. Once you're done playing, you're done playing.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
never comes back.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
getting every
I wonder when people like Kobe, LeBron when he retired, Jordan obviously, KD when he retired, Steph. I wonder will they ever, like, obviously they're gonna touch a basketball again, but I wonder how often will it be. I wonder if they will still go to the gym and like just play and shit like that. I think when you play the game, you're still gonna love the game and want to be around it. But waking up at 5, what Bron said 7, some players is 5, 6, waking up between 5 and 7 a.m. to go do that shit again. Shit, I really don't think when players who play for a long ass time, when them niggas finally retire, bro, I highly doubt them niggas, bro, they ain't working out like that, bro. Like, they probably working out with weights and shit and cardio to stay fit, but I don't believe, like, when Kobe, before R.I.P. Kobe, I really don't think Kobe was in that gym no more. He wasn't shooting. He probably was in that gym for his daughter and his daughter only. He wasn't waking up at no 5 a.m., 4 a.m. to go shoot 1,000 shots anymore when he was done playing. That was over with. I really don't believe that players, like, when they stop playing, bro. I done did 20-something years of this shit. I'm done. Fuck all that.
Drop out of it. One, I think, is the right approach. Two, it makes it okay when it's over.
Yeah.
It makes it okay.
For sure. I can't wait to hold up the sign with my grandkids that I scored 101 points in the game before.
It's coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, they taking shots now. That was a shot. He's saying, yeah, I can't wait to do that. Cause I don't think they think that shit happened either. I don't think LeBron and them, KD said that Michael Jordan shit, we let it slide. Now Bron just said that shit. I can't wait to hold up the 101 point sign with my grandkids. Yeah, man. Come on, man.
In fact, we should take it right now.
It's good with y'all joining.
I can hold
Let me
it
know
up
where y'all
and
from.
Now,
I can't see who's joining, but I see some people in here.
that's what I'm saying.
Just 100?
Right, I'll pass Kobe.
I'll pass Kobe. All right, let me go to the. Okay. That's crazy though. That's crazy. What else we got to react to? We got a couple of things to react to. We got the we got Kyrie Irving, because Kyrie had a big ass response to this on Twitter. So I want to see what he fully said.
Incredible efficiency. Still, you tore an Achilles, like later in your career.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Forgot about it. Like, that's crazy.
Right.
In your 30s, you tore an Achilles.
Yeah.
Recovered, still
I
incredible.
knew
player.
KD was going to be good.
Right
That
now,
was KD.
Dame and JT.
JT.
Are going through that. Two great players. Obviously Dame's in his 30s, JT's in his 20s. Like, maybe talk a little bit, like, talk to Cameron, JT. No, but you know what I mean? Talk a little bit about what that took and what these guys have in front of them. Because 25 years ago, maybe 15, 25 years ago, I don't know that you could.
I mean, even when I had it, I felt like, damn, that's
Is this it?
Because it was always like, for us, I mentioned, like, for basketball players, that injury is the worst thing for football players, a concussion you don't want to get. Like, oh man, a concussion, like, if you get too many of those, it's over. They try to keep you out. And for us, like, an Achilles is like something that's
the basketball concussion.
It was a grind, and of course, JT and Dame, hit me up. I feel like I'm the Achilles guy.
You are.
Yeah, like everybody hit me up when they had their Achilles and
the best.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys. I feel like a lot of guys have bounced back and became themselves again.
I think Russ had a meniscus.
Mine's is the most, popular, but I feel like a lot of guys have bounced back that I took inspiration from when I was going through my journey. But those guys are cut from a cloth that,
how they got here.
Yeah,
Dame missing the season. Jason Tatum missing the season.
This is just a little stoppage in their journey that they just gonna have to sit down and lock in on, and it's easy. I think it'll be easy for them to lock in on once they truly grasp that, like, I'm gonna be out for a year, and I think that takes a few weeks for you to truly understand. It's just probably their first time in their whole lives.
Yeah.
They got to sit down and not play sport. They can't physically can't play.
Yeah.
That's probably the first time that they had to go through that, and that's just you can either elevate or drown, in my opinion. And I think both of those dudes have shown you time and time again that they're going to continue to elevate as individuals and as players. But it's a grind, man.
It's a grind.
Like, you see me every day. You see me. It was grumpy
Even when you
day.
were back.
Yeah.
The amount of work you have to do to make sure it does
you still
today,
have
right?
to
Like,
rehab when I'm playing. I'm still doing some of the stuff that I was doing in that rehab. So it's going to be your game and your body is going to for sure change. I'm telling people with Dame, he shoot a lot of those deep threes. When you tear your Achilles, your calf muscle goes to nothing. You sit around for 3 months and you can't move your calf. It's is because if you look at mine now, I wish I could show people. My right is smaller than my left,
Damn.
but that's just from not using it for those 4 or 5.
Bro, imagine I'm looking at this shit. Imagine one calf on your leg being smaller than the other, bro. That shit give me the.
It's completely shut down.
It completely shut down.
Yeah.
So that's most of the work.
Right.
Is getting that calf back to that. You got to get it bigger and stronger. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to be the adjustment for them. And those deep threes that both of those guys shoot, they shoot a lot of tough step back threes.
Yeah.
I think and I was shooting those before. You know, I got injured, and I fine-tuned my game to take some of that stuff out, the side step. Yeah. Just not
I think
because
KD ever was shooting
just
the
because
shots.
I didn't truly have enough power in my right leg yet in order for me to do those moves. So it's going to be that type of adjustment for guys coming back from Achilles, is just building that power up. And once you get confidence, you
for
just,
sure.
because I just threw myself out there too. I'm hooping. As soon as I can hoop, I was playing. You know, so once they just throw themselves out there, man, them dudes gonna be all right. Man. I can't wait to see them bounce back.
The overcoming is great, right? Because you're the whole time you're like, am I coming back?
Exactly.
There's anxiety, there's doubt. You're fighting every day to overcome it. You come back, you succeed.
I like how they keeping all this shit. I don't like when shit is too perfect or people are trying to be too perfect.
Exactly.
There's anxiety, there's doubt.
The cameraman is shaking and shit. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I like that they kept that in. I don't like when people watch some shit or it just hella shit is just cut next scene, next cut. I like to see, you know what I'm saying, like the real shit.
Fighting every day to overcome it. You come back, you succeed. I get it. Amazing. Almost, we take it for granted, really. Like, even when I coached, I took it for granted. Like, sometimes because you were playing so well, moving well, like what you'd been through. But did that time off change you at all? Like, open your mind to stuff?
It did open my mind to just the anatomy of human body. You know, just learning my body, understanding, you know, power transfer or, you know, movement patterns and, you know, different ways to work on muscles in the weight room that allow me to be at my best. What exercises is tailored to my game specifically. I started learning more about that stuff, which you know made my workout regimen just even more detailed and routine. And you know, so before that, I was in the weight room a lot and working on my body, but it was no real intention or purpose when I went in there. Now it's just like I know exactly what
super specific.
Yeah, way more specific on what I'm doing in the weight room, and I think that's the reason, majority of the reason, why I was able to bounce back the way I did.
When you think back to our time in Brooklyn, what do you think of?
Here we go. I decided to watch the whole thing, but this is what we've been, this is what we've been waiting for. I'm tired. We're going to get it right, though. We're going to get it.
Stepping on that damn 3-point line.
Think of.
Him stepping on that damn 3-point line.
We had this conversation.
That's one of them. There's multiple. Stepping on that damn
I can't get away from it too, because they gonna repost that and tag me in it. But we had this conversation in Portland, I think, right before a game, and I'm like, who am I spending my next 5 years with? I had just signed that deal. You had just signed the deal, but I feel like we were secure, but everything else around us was going to shit. Not in a bad way. We got GMs going to other teams. We got coaches going to other teams. We got players forcing trades. We got bringing Ben Simmons. He's back. Like, it was just so much
stuff going on.
Bullshit around us. I feel like we were locked in on the same page and understand, like, well, we're trying to do something special here. And I felt like your hands were tied a lot because you had to, as a coach, you got to deal with so much.
I didn't get to coach as much as I wanted to.
That's what it was.
So this is what I heard. And I did see a clip of Kyrie saying, that's your guy. That's your man. All right, cool. I'll be the little brother. Yada. That's your man. It sounded like, and Kyrie, this is no disrespect to you. I fuck with you. But it did sound like you didn't want Steve Nash there originally. Which is, and I think you did say we don't really need a coach. There was some clip where you said that, or something you said that. Which, if that's how you felt, that's how you felt. You were just telling your truth, or however you felt. whatever. There was a lot of shit when I think what Kevin Durant's referring to, there was so much bullshit around him. Was one, Kyrie couldn't play because of, everybody knows why. He couldn't play in home or was it home games? Yeah, it was home games. He couldn't play in home games, and then the James Harden trade. I heard James Harden and Kyrie got into it. So there was a lot of stuff that played a part in why they consider that one of the worst big threes ever.
I think we didn't get the full Steve Nash like I wanted, like you probably wanted. I just felt like it was just too many distractions in a way, and you can't win that way.
Right.
But I felt like we had great intentions, though. I felt like we cared enough. I felt like every day we were trying to push towards winning the champ. It was a great vibe in there. It's some of the best times. That first year, that's why I signed that deal. That first year, man, most fun ball I had. Some of the most fun ball I had playing my whole life. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Brooklyn a lot. I love playing for Brooklyn, but it's just so much
stuff happened
around the guys that were committed to the situation. I felt like we were committed only, but everybody else wasn't. It just was weird.
So that's what So when I see that, I'm thinking he's literally saying me and Coach Nash were committed, but everybody else wasn't. I think this is prior to James Harden, or probably even after with James Harden. Who knows? But when I see that, that's what I believe he's saying. Like, he's not really trying to throw nobody under the bus. He's just kind of saying, like, bruh, it was stuff that was happening off the court that was fucking up the shit, messing up the stuff on the court. Steve Nash can't really even be coaching because he got to take care of this. It's just a lot of stuff. He's pretty much saying, like, they was committed, but everybody else wasn't. I don't know about the whole team, because clearly the whole team can't. I don't know. It sounds like he's pretty much saying him and Steve Nash was like this, but everybody else wasn't. That's what it sounds like.
Sometimes I feel like I let you guys down in a way, and then I think about everything that happened.
Come on, man. That shit was...
we had a 3-star roster. The cap is team 3 stars. Played 16 games together.
We balled out every game we played together.
That's one.
Well, he probably meant balled out as in, like, individually. Like, if you look at their stats, what they did, obviously he's not saying they won every game, because they didn't. But 3 stars that played 16 total games together. And he says we balled out every game. It's kind of like, bruh, we was doing shit, but you wouldn't. That's kind of what it is, bro. That's what I'm hearing. I think, let's just be real. It was the getting the shot shit from Kyrie. Let's just be real.
Go down the list and add all these things, and for me, I end up feeling like I'm making excuses. The reality is, from my perspective, I felt a little bit like I let everyone down, but then I realized there was so much to me, and I just wish I had more of a chance to develop as a coach.
I think so too. I just think your hands were tied too many times. You had to be a principal more so than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just couldn't, like, inject your basketball.
Lush.
That's the worst thing. Appreciate that, man. Who said that in the chat? My fault, I didn't even see you. I see you grinding, my boy. Appreciate that, man. Hold on, let me go ahead and pin that. My fault, I ain't even see you in this bitch. Thank you, man. You feel me? I be so focused on the video, I don't even be seeing what y'all be saying in this. That's crazy. Appreciate that, man. That's all you need to keep going. That right there. I don't know this dude. On Lane Davo Reacts. Look like it's another reaction channel on here. He just said, I see you grinding, my boy. Another dude on YouTube. We don't know each other, but look what he doing. And I'm gonna tune into his shit too. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's the motherfuckers you don't know that you gotta focus on. You ain't gotta. If you understand, man, I ain't even finna, you feel me? But appreciate that, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just everything that you have basketball. I didn't feel like you could inject that into everybody in the way that we all envisioned. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the distractions, COVID, injuries. More than anything, I think it's injuries. I feel like we had a good chance to win that first year.
But we were injured.
And we
James shouldn't have been playing. He was on one leg. Kai was
got
out.
hurt.
Jeff Green was in and out.
Yeah,
He
so
played great.
I think more than anything, I think we had a great chance to win it that year or stuff.
That injury year too. Yeah, we ain't. Yeah. So they did have that moment where Kyrie went down on Giannis's foot, and then James Harden obviously was on one leg literally. So, that was their year. But them other years was that the. I don't remember if it was the shot shit, if it was that year or the next year. I think it was the next year because I think that's when James Harden cut. James Harden's only there for like a season and a half, I think.
Yeah.
It's life.
Some shit happens that way, man. Like,
appreciate that, man. I see you grinding, my boy. Appreciate that, man. We on this bitch doing what we can,
man.
man.
People don't understand context, though, man. What truly happens on anybody. It's just like people don't understand context, though, man. What truly happens and how you need to really be connected as a group, like.
I feel you, but I feel you on that. People don't understand context of the situation, but it's like, let's say with the Suns right now. The Suns, man, people only gonna keep saying context and saying this and saying that after so many seasons, bro. If you go 4 seasons and you ain't seen shit, you ain't even glimpsed the second round or the conference finals, or you don't even make the playoffs, people ain't gonna keep on looking at it if this happened, that happened. You're only gonna get that so many times.
They just looked at the names and thought it's supposed to be.
Exactly. Putting big names on teams in the last couple years, I think we're seeing that that's not gonna work.
And people always think like you said, without context, but also they want to come in over the top and say, they didn't do it, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. I think for guys like that go every day, like our approach to our routines, it's war.
Right.
We're not afraid to lose.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So when we lose, it doesn't work out. We're not at home and everyone's like, they're killing. We don't think about that, right? We think about taking on the chin. Let's get ready for whatever the next war is, right?
Putting our boots back on the next year, that's always been a mentality, but
They try to say that's. I hate when people think because you don't over stress about losing that you don't care. I'll probably be bugging in the locker room like, bro, fuck, bro, we out the playoffs, fuck, bro. But if I know I went out there and did what I could, or even if I didn't play my best, even if I played terrible, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, all right, I got to get back here next year. We got to get back here next year. I'm immediately short memory. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be it's going to happen sometimes where you sulking and shit, because that's how maybe close you were, and then you just blew it, and you really mad at yourself. But for the most part, it's not going to help sulking about, you know what? I gotta bounce back. Gotta go do this. Gotta go do that. That's how you get better. But some people think if you ain't tearing up your whole house, you didn't care about winning.
The dialogue around the league, the discourse around the league, they don't truly appreciate the journey sometimes of what goes on. Even the ones that don't work out. Right. You can still see some beauty in the Sacramento Kings that didn't win the chip.
Right.
Or your Phoenix Suns that didn't win the championship.
Yeah.
It's if you really love the game of basketball, you can pull great things from all of that stuff. And that's what I tend to do with that Brooklyn situation is we had some fun times, we had some terrible times, but that's life. That's what makes you a better human being. But for the most, if I'm being honest, we had more good times than not. Even the times when it was me and 4 two-way, it was fun to me.
We were successful.
He was getting ready to say if it was him and 4 two-way players, two-way this nigga KD hilarious, bro.
Cause we locked in as a family, just us for that little 48 minutes, and a lot of those games were high pressure games, late games. I'm sure those, even me, I learned from, but those young guys took a lot from that too. So I look at the season like that a lot. Of course, we want to win and go to the chip, but it's little small moments that I can appreciate throughout a year, even though we don't add up to winning. And a lot of people don't understand that, but we that shit is in our DNA and our blood. We look at the game of ball like that.
Yeah, it ended up not being a success, quote unquote, but it's a great experience.
Man, come on,
great experience.
That's all it's about.
Yeah, man, I think that's the end of it. But yeah, man. Hold on. But yeah, bro. Now now we gonna see Kyrie Irving reacts to. Oh shit, why am I in caps, my guy? Kyrie Irving reacts to KD. Let's see. All right, that's talking about what happened in Brooklyn. Yeah, we're gonna see what Kevin Durant says.
When you think back to our time in Brooklyn, what do you think of?
I had just signed that deal. You had just signed the deal. But I feel like we were secure, but everything else around us was going to and not in a bad way. We got GMs going to other teams. We got coaches going to other teams. We got players forcing trades. We got bringing Ben Simmons. He's back. Like, it was just so much. I had just signed that deal. You had just signed the deal.
Here, all right?
But I feel like we were secure, but everything else around us was going to
So when he says
not in a
this,
bad
right,
way. We got
and it's obviously, again, I didn't take this personally.
everything else around us was
So when he says this, I'm not taking that personally. It was a lot going on around all of us, right? But how Steve ended up becoming our head coach, I'll let Kay answer that, right, when he's ready. But I already had my own thoughts on how the coaching situation was going to go, right? I felt like there were other candidates out there that could have definitely been our head coach that had championship experience. I think Steve had championship experience in his own way, in his role that he played in Golden State. But in terms of being a head coach, I had my own thoughts, right? And I'll get into that later in my...
And this goes to show you every player. I'm not just saying this 'cause I'm a LeBron fan. Every player it sounded like they picked KD picked this coach, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But it sounded like Kyrie didn't like. He just felt there were other candidates that could have suited the team better, or him and Kevin Durant better. Which I'm not gonna say he's wrong to feel like that, but I'm just trying to show y'all. It shows that players have power. It's not just one player. Especially, it's Kyrie Irving has power in the NBA. Kevin Durant has power in the NBA. They may not be. KD's actually up there when it comes to power, to be honest, but. They may not be LeBron James, but it sounds like he didn't want that person to be his coach, which is, I'm not going to kill him for that. I mean, whatever. He's being honest. He just thought he's not saying he's a terrible coach. He's just saying they had other candidates. So I just be wondering, like, all right, it shows that people, there are really other situations that have that. It's just like, KD picked that coach and Kyrie didn't want that coach, pretty much. He just felt other coaches could have suited the team better.
Documentary, but I'm just saying I had my own thoughts. And when Steve became our head coach, he even admitted to me that he had his own reserves on coaching me, and I had my reserves on him being coached by him. So we had already hashed that out.
He had his reserves on coaching me, and I had my reserves on being coached by him. Okay, y'all had a man-to-man talk. Man-to-man conversation, whatever that happens. Players do that, cool.
But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, yeah, it was all easy around just everything in Brooklyn. We're one of the most watched teams now because we have all-stars, MVPs on the team. Right. We are in New York City, in the media capital of the world. You just got to walk a little bit different. And I wasn't ready to walk that walk, and I don't know if I can't speak for them, but there was a lot going on, just not within the team, but just Brooklyn in general, the Nets.
going to
I didn't feel like it was going to shit, but I felt like there was just a lot of structural change happening that was very quick, and he's coming off an Achilles tear. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's coming off an Achilles tear, right? And he's trying to get back into who he is, and I'm like, I'm ready now. This was the season I had my 50-40-90, where Steve is the head coach. You know what I'm saying? We're having a great season, but at the same time, everything is just pretty much like easy, right? Everything's pretty much easy. Like everything's easy, everything's going. Then we trade for James, and everything starts, improving and things of that nature. But during that season, I had a breakdown where I went through some things at home, went through some family stuff that I had to address, right? And I ended up not going into work for a certain amount of time, and I got killed for that, right? And everybody was like, "Yo, where's Kai at? Where's Kai out?" And in between that time, Karras, Jared Allen got traded, and others got traded. Torian got traded for James. Not for James, excuse me. We ended up trading Karras, Jared, and then we got James, right? And then it kind of just started. Like, think about it.
So when Kyrie, the family shit, I remember that now. I think it was a grandfather passing, I believe, or something. Like, I don't want to misquote. I know that's a touchy thing, but something happened with family, and Kyrie missed work for. I think his first game back that I saw was against when Colin Sexton had 42 on them. The new look Nets. So. I mean, that happens when people lose family members. They take extended period of time off or whatever. I think I do remember him getting killed for it. I really mostly remember the shot shit, him getting killed for that. I don't really remember the family one, the losing of a grandfather. I think that's what happened. If I'm wrong, my fault. But it was something of that nature, I believe. Something like real personal with his family. I don't remember. I just remember him getting killed for the shot shit though.
Think about when you get James, Kyrie, KD on one team, and then you add in all the other complementary pieces. It just for your first year, your second year, that's impressive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's impressive.
Right.
No, I again, when I had my 50, 40, 90 season, did I want to leave the team the way I did? Hell no. But again, I take my accountability for not being in the greatest space mentally, physically, emotionally, you know?
Okay.
So I didn't know how to even express that to them at the time. Like, yo, this is how I was feeling, this is what I'm dealing with. It was just kind of like me.
And KD a person, he about hoop. So when he hear that kind of stuff, or if you're not telling him that kind of stuff, he just looking at you like you just not committed or whatever. That's probably what he was thinking. I could be wrong, but
It was like, y'all don't really understand what's going on. So
We got
I get it.
GMs
That's what I'm
going to
saying.
other
I get it.
teams. We got coaches going to other teams.
Yep, and he's talking about coaches going to the team. Ime Udoka literally went to the Boston Celtics after coaching with us. That was crazy, bro. You know, that was crazy. We had Ime Udoka literally go to Boston the next year. I mean, like, you had coaches leaving other teams. And it wasn't anybody's fault. It's just opportunity. But we're in the same division. Can you imagine going against the coach that literally saw all of our strengths and weaknesses, and now we're playing against them? You know what I'm saying? So Boston was ready for us. Ime had them ready.
That explains the sweep.
When we played them in the 2022 playoffs, shit got wild.
Explains the sweep.
Y'all. For sure, shit got wild. So we had a lot going on. Katie is right. That's what I'm saying. When I said I'm gonna address this on stream, it literally was just about doing this and having fun with it and letting people know. Okay. Letting people know like what it is. That's all.
We got players forcing trades. We got bringing Ben Simmons. He's back. Like it was.
Bro, Ben Simmons shit was crazy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So when we traded James for Ben, right?
Oh shit.
That whole Nets Big Three era. By the way, Nets World. You probably won't give me any credit, but Nets World, that's definitely something that I came up with. But it's okay. Nets World probably was existence before I came up with. That's fine too. But when I started calling it Nets World, everything like that started going up. All right. So when James got traded for Ben, I don't think we knew the landscape of where Ben was at, right? I don't think we knew where Ben was at. So when that trade happened, it shocked a lot of people. It shocked me. I was talking to James one day. I'm like, shit, bro, we about to go win these championships. And it was like a day later, asked for a trade. I was like, oh, shoot.
That nigga, he said, nigga, nah, I see James Harden saw something. KD probably kind of saw it too. KD just probably didn't say anything. Like, he just was like, asked for a trade a day later.
Okay. Shit like that now. Okay, I can't be mad. I'm not going to ever be mad at someone doing what's best for them. Right? And shout out to James. Right? And I've had my conversation with James, and I told him, I said, bro, I understood completely what you were doing, man. I understood, like, you're in the middle of the season, you're unsure about what I got going on, you know, you don't know what the next portion of your career is going to look like. You know, things are going on, so you have your questions, you know, what contract you're going to get. Because we're all max deal players at that point. Me, James, and Kay are all max deal players. Mm-hmm. We are all worth whatever we're about to get paid.
Right.
I'm going to say that out loud.
Go ahead.
But when that happened and we got Ben, a lot more pressure started to come in on our franchise. Because now, not only do we have this going on, but also we have a situation that Ben is dealing with where everybody is trying to micromanage the spun narrative. Like, he's doing this, he's doing that. So it wasn't a fair trade at the outset, right? It was not at all. I didn't feel like that was a fair trade, but at the same time, when it happened, he went to our division. He went to Philly. Like, he went to Philly. So not only did we lose Ime Udoka, and then we lost one of our assistant GMs, but we lost James to Philly. So we're in the same division with our brothers. You know, and they know everything that we got going on. So when you spend a season or two with somebody, you're going to know their habits. You're going to know their strengths and weaknesses.
I mean, shit, that's probably...
I'm grateful that all of this stuff is just business, you guys. Basketball is not meant to be this harmful, violent, you know, like he said, she said type of eventful space, bro. This is not Love Island, y'all. This is not Real World. This is not The Shore. This is the basketball, like the NBA drama space. Is not real drama, you guys. It's not. I'm here to tell you that. Now, it may seem like guys don't get along because guys may be misunderstanding people's moves or what they do, or, you know, something. Of course, some certain situations are different. They're serious. But I'm saying,
right,
the basketball drama that's created, like, look at them going against each other. Look at them. It looks like they don't like each other. It's like, bro, in competition, if you're my brother and you were just with me, rocking with me, and we were supposed to win championships together, we had these higher expectations, of course I'm going to try to knock your block off. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? It's a business at the end of the day, but it's entertainment, dog. It's like NBA, maybe that equal, like that little equal sign to WWE sometimes, bro. Like, people get it messed up in their minds, living out these characters and these nicknames. It's just not it. It's not it. I don't live like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to talk about these things in a very, I won't say in a very friendly manner, because in business ain't shit friendly, but you know, these are my brothers at the end of the day, you guys. These are people I care about. I care about their families. I care about them succeeding. I care about them as black men. I care about them as young men, or older men as well, like in terms of just how we have made it out of, we made it out of nowhere damn near, you know what I'm saying? And we've been part of the renaissance of the league, being worth billions of dollars.
The
so
renaissance, how'd he say it? The renaissance?
Been part of the renaissance of the league,
Renaissance,
being worth billions of dollars. So of course, like, we're gonna have our spats, we're gonna have our shit. But this, when things like this occur,
he really breaking it down. I always wanted to really know what happened. I had an idea, but
stuff going
it's
on.
all good, y'all.
Around us, I feel like
By the way, and mind you, I'm aware that they've had a few drinks as well. You know, so I'm not judging this too hard. Like, I've drunk wine before. This podcast, I feel like Bob Braun is meant to be more casual, and everybody else kind of, you know, this is kind of everybody just feeling comfortable speaking on things. But hey, it's always time and a place. And
we were locked in on the same page and understand, like, well, we're trying to do something special here. But, and I felt like your hands were tied a lot because you had to, as a coach, you got to deal with so much.
Nah, he's not lying about that. I will commend Steve Nash for dealing with all these things as a coach. He did his best, man. He did his best. What you know what I'm saying? He did his best. I'm gonna just leave it at that. He did his best.
I didn't get to coach as much as I wanted to.
That's what it was. I didn't think we didn't get the full Steve Nash like I wanted, like you probably wanted. I just felt like it was just too much, too many distractions in a way, and you know you can't win that way. You know, but I felt like we had great intentions, though. I felt like we cared enough. I felt like every day we were trying to push towards winning the champ. It was a great vibe in there. It was some of the best times. That first year, that's why I signed that deal.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad that he said this, is because that first year that we were all together was really special. It was really special. We had veterans, we had young guys, we had we literally breezed through the regular season. You know, it was so easy. And I gotta give everybody their flowers that was in that locker room, because we really came together at the right time. You know, I get injured, James gets injured in those playoffs. We don't know what could have happened, right? We only played a few games together, all three of us, and we were 13-3, I believe, right? But it's just sad when we look at these times and they're like, well, this was a failure, without the proper context to how all this ended up happening.
the reason why they're not going to, well, I give it context, but the reason why I kind of like, with it, and most people don't even give it the smallest bit of context to it, I at least give it some, is because at the end of the day, most people are told results. So if you're gonna keep giving context and something, I'm not saying y'all spent 4 years or 7 years together, but if you spend X amount of years with this team and nothing happens, nothing goes as planned, and things just keep on happening. The injury shit, all right, you can't control that, but then when the other shit happens, it's just like, all right, like you only gonna say so much, bro. You only gonna keep giving context. Like that's just a human thing. Like y'all probably have done that in other spaces that maybe not have been sports where something didn't work out, but hey, we didn't, people aren't looking at this happened, that happened. We all do that as human beings. You know what I'm saying? Because you're only gonna keep doing that to an extent, if that makes sense.
It's real people involved in this. It's not for play, right? I say it's entertainment, right? And I'm saying it's a business, but also tied into that, we're real human beings dealing with trying to do something very special that comes with sacrifices that no one will appreciate, except for the people that you in war with. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to battle with. And things happen, right? Those playoffs, if KD's foot doesn't, hit that line, or if I don't get injured, or if things don't
know
work
what
out
happens.
differently,
You're right.
Maybe we're sitting here multi-time champions. A few of us got MVPs. I got an MVP. Things work out. Of course, we could play the hypotheticals, but dealing with fact, it was a tough environment for all of us. I will say that. It was a tough environment. It wasn't just for them. It was for me.
The first year, man, most fun ball I had. Some of the most fun ball I had playing my whole life. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Brooklyn a lot. I love playing for Brooklyn, but it's just so much
stuff happened
around.
And I pray that one day, right, we all get to sit down, and I hope it's for my documentary, then we get to talk about this time.
Oh, Kyrie got a documentary. Kyrie Irving just confirmed the documentary, so we gonna be tuned into that shit.
Even I think
LeBron got one. I got one of LeBron coming out too. No lie, but we all gonna be tuned into that. Kyle.
Even as I watch Bron sit there, he knows that a lot of this stuff was happening, but also him being in LA, he had his own thing going too. So this is giving him clarity on what happened. Right. But it's also
I wish y'all never broke up. Well, that sounds kind of weird, but I wish y'all never split. That sound weird. Y'all know what I mean. I wish Bron and Kyrie still was teammates, bro, to this day.
From just KD and Steve, and there were a lot of parties involved in this. And some of the other parties that are involved, we probably won't ever speak on it, but eventually I will.
Around the guys that were committed to the situation, I felt like we were committed, but everybody else wasn't. It just was weird.
This was the part where I honestly looked at it and I was like, when he said this, emotionally I was like, okay, we're all committed to the goal at the end of the day, but sometimes not everybody's gonna follow what you want them to do. I wish I had
the shot. That's I believe this part is about the when the Rona was running around. This is about that. Kyrie has his beliefs. Excuse me. He ain't going for it. Cool. KD looking at it like, you told me to come here. You said we could do this, we could do that. Da, 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 da. So he probably, I'm just going off what I believe, what I think. And what he just said, everybody's not going to do what you want them to do. So KD looking at it like, damn, this hard shit come up, and then we need you for these games, but because not only are you not playing, but it's hurting us and our dynamic, because you not playing, there's less games for us to play together in jail on a real court. Practice is cool, going up and down is cool, but we need this shit in real games. So he looking at it like, everybody, we here, but you over there. So I believe that's where he was getting at. I think so.
My soundboard for this, but not everybody's gonna do what you want them to do,
and that's
I've
true.
Had to accept that as a human being and as a leader. True. Not everybody's gonna do what you want them to do.
That's true.
Not everybody's gonna be committed the way you want them to be committed, right? And it's not like Kay is asking me for this, but it's I asked for this commitment before I committed to Brooklyn from him. Mm-hmm. Which was a beautiful thing. I'm like, yo, let's commit to this thing. We can build up.
And that's probably why, like I said, that's probably why he man, you told me to, that's probably why he looking at it like, bruh.
Brooklyn, we could really put Brooklyn on the map. Nobody's really thinking about Brooklyn. But when he said that, I'm like, bro, Steve wasn't even in the play yet. But this is your man's. This is your man. So I got to support that. This is your man's. Cool. You want him Cool.
That in itself is already a sketchy situation that I personally want to be a part of. When people look at it like that's your man, it's like cool. If you want him, all right, come on. That's already in itself like I don't know how well that's gonna work. Cause if you already looking at it like that's your man's, you want him, all right, fuck it, come on, I'll just do it because you want, cause me and you we cool. If that's what you want, all right, bet I'll do it. That already in itself is a bad dynamic, bro. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm realizing that's a terrible dynamic. You can't. I don't know what it was between them. Maybe he just, like I said, it wasn't personal. He just felt like it was other coaches that were better candidates for them. But that in itself is already a sketchy way to do business. Or be a coach and a player. It's already, because now a coach is coming in knowing that you didn't really want him. And it's like, damn, what did I do? Or not even, like I said, it don't even gotta be nothing personal. But that's just a sketchy way to bring a coach in and do something.
You like Steve, I love Steve. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe in that. You fuck with him, so all right. You fuck with him, I'll fuck with you, so I fuck with him. Now I don't believe in that, bro, because that's not genuine. I'd rather just not be part of the situation at all. That's like, I love the fact that my homie brought this girl, but I personally don't like this girl because this girl did this to me. I will never, like, I'm not gonna have no beef with her, but I'm not gonna lie and be like, yeah, like if we really just have that. You know, I'll tell my homie, like, bro, I don't really fuck with her like that. But you love her. She treats you well. That's all that matter. I'm just telling you what she did to me was some weird ass shit. Speaking down, saying weird shit. That's just what it is. If you want some, I fuck with her because my homie fuck with her, it ain't really genuine. I believe in genuine shit and, like, organic shit. You know?
Cool. As a younger brother, I'm like, okay, I don't care. That's fine. You want Steve to coach, that's fine. But when you're committed to the same goal and then a year changes things and then things going behind the scenes, like, come on.
But everybody else wasn't. It just was weird.
Yeah, it was weird timing, bro. It was weird for everybody. It was weird for everybody, y'all. You know, and that's what I'm grateful that I've been able to gather all the information and yeah. Okay.
On a
Shit, man. Shout out Kyrie, though. We looking forward for that documentary. And have a speedy recovery, Kyrie. We fuck with you over here, but I don't know about that one. But say Young Boy just dropped. This is the low. Okay, Young Boy dropped hella shit just now. Oh, we'll listen to all that after. But it was also something else that Dre. Yeah, I saw a clip of that on Twitter. I ain't gonna say shit on that. But let me see. There was also something else I wanted to touch up on. How long we been on stream? Let me see. We've been on stream. We've been on this bitch for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. There was also something else I wanted to get into. It's this shit right here. Alright. Let me see. We'll actually react to this too. It's your time. It's his time. It's Bam's time. Bam's time to sign. Hey, we on YouTube Live with it though. Draymond calls out Gilbert Arenas' take on ring culture. So I seen the snippets of this on Twitter, but I haven't seen the full thing. We about to watch it right now on live. Pretty much the little section I read on Twitter pretty much was just saying, oh, Draymond Green didn't like what Gilbert Arenas was saying about how rings matter but don't matter as far as how a player is listed all-time great. Let's see what they was talking about. This is also something I want to
we need to talk about involves you, Gil. So you were on First Take last week. Had some lengthy discussions about ring culture. Well, Draymond Green appeared to disagree.
Let's go, Draymond.
With your comments about ring culture last week on First Take. You said that rings of players who were second options are not held in the same regard as those who were first options on championship teams. So Draymond went on Threads. And posted the following. He said
a bunch of non-championships having championship conversation. The world we live in is crazy. The thing about basketball players saying this, that's like if Draymond Green, that's like if you speak on politics or something. You're not a politician, so why are you speaking on politics? That's the thing. Like, I get it. it's certain areas that I may not understand because I didn't play in the NBA. If someone who's never been in a locker room, played a sport, period. Like, put the professional to the side, play the sport, period. Been in that locker room, understands, like, so there's going to be people who don't understand what happens in the locker room stays in the locker room because they never been in a locker room. There's certain stuff, yes, you're not going to understand. But not being able to speak on something that you have experienced somewhat, not in the same regard at the highest level, but because you didn't experience it at the highest level, you can't speak on it. I don't agree with that. Like I just said, you're not a politician, but you probably have spoken on politics before. You probably have spoken on a lot of shit that is not in your field. So, yeah, a bunch of non-champions have championship conversations. The world we live in is crazy. You should thank us for the convo. So second options and thirds get a fair judgment. Clay with 4 rings left off the top 75. Pippen has 6 rings and sits 32 all time. 6 people in front of him with no rings. Why? Not my opinion. It's my research that exposed they don't get the second option. That exposed they don't respect second option rings. Everything, because I saw this part on Twitter. Everything Gilbert Arenas just said in here is facts. They don't respect it. Because why is... Let's go to the... Because this is what I did, guys. Look at this. This is what I did. Hold on. Where is it at? This right here alone. What Draymond Green just said. You should thank us for... Draymond Green said a bunch of non-championship champions having championship conversations. The world we live in is crazy. You should thank us for the convo so second options and thirds get a fair judgment. Clay with 4 rings is left off the top 75. Dame Lillard with 0 rings is number 75. This is proving his point. Second options, third option guys on teams do not get the same respect. Because why would Clay with 3 at this time? He has 4. Well, Clay has 4, but at the time of the top 75, I don't think the Warriors had 1 yet. Again, he still didn't make 75. But Dame with 0 rings, 0 MVPs, made it. Why? Because Dame's been the number 1 option his whole career. Move down. Anthony Davis, less rings, 71. But hold on, it gets better.
Bunch of non-champions having championship conversations. This world we live in is crazy. As to which, Gil, you responded. You said, you should thank us for the convo so second options and thirds get a fair judgment. Clay with 4 rings left off the top 75. Pippen has 6 rings and sits 32 all time. 6 people in front of him with no ring.
6 people in front of a 6-time champion, Scottie Pippen. 6 people are in front of him. Why? And it gets funnier because wait till you find out who made the list. Wait till you find out. That's why Draymond took an L on this one. Wait, just wait.
Exclamation point. Not my opinion. It's my research that exposed they don't respect second option rings. So
Coming at my friend like that?
No, that was,
I'm not coming at him. What am I coming at? We're not done. We're not
Gil
done.
with
That's
a
just the
suit
first
is
part.
crazy.
No
Draymond
way.
did offer a response. He quite frankly responded back with the following said,
There will never be a reason for me to thank y'all about anything involving the game of basketball. There's also nothing you guys can say or a topic y'all can cover that can change anything for me when it comes to the game of basketball or the NBA. Only someone who has never been in championship would think that's a conversation that would ever matter. Your research was just missing one key perspective. A champion that understands what it means and take to do. So it's just a tad bit flawed. This is a feelings and personal response when he hits you with the fact. I don't got no problem. I always say Draymond Green seemed like that dude you would kick it with on the road. I always said they seemed like a cool ass dude off like on some chill shit. Like when you're not on the court, he seemed like a chill ass dude. He'd be tripping a lot, but look, there's nothing. There would never be anything to thank y'all about anything involving the game of basketball. That's bullshit, bro. It's Gilbert Arenas. That's bullshit. You don't have to saying. That's bullshit, bro. You're not being real now. Like you letting feelings get involved now. There's also nothing you guys can say on the topic. Y'all can never like this was a feelings response because you didn't answer his question. Why is Scottie Pippen number 32, but 6 players ahead of him have 0 rings? Why is Clay left off? And Draymond Green probably knows who made the list too. Just know it wasn't no damn Bleacher Report. Y'all fell for that. This hella funny. They do this list shit. This Bleacher Report shit did that list, and they did that. They put Kobe off of that. They put Kobe at like 11 or some shit, and all y'all fell for that shit. They did that shit on purpose, probably, bro, just so y'all could talk about it in videos, give hella responses. Y'all, they knew y'all would disagree. Disagreeing equals more engagement. Agreeing means less engagement. Y'all did that. They did that same shit with this NorCal rap shit I seen earlier today, where they had certain rappers from the Bay Area or NorCal not on the list, top 50, whatever. They had certain people ranked lower than what they should have been ranked higher. They do that shit on purpose because they know y'all gonna disagree. It gets more engagement, more comments, more posts. Like, these people tripping, these people this, these people that. They do that shit on purpose, bro. Disagreeing equals more engagement. Agreeing means less engagement, and y'all fall for it every time. Let's continue though.
There would never be a reason for me to thank y'all about anything involving the game of basketball. Not one particular thing. He said anything involving the game of basketball.
Again, that's a feeling response. That's an emotional response.
Well, not one thing. Not even the Gilbert Arenas provision in the CBA. Nothing. There's also nothing you guys can say or topic y'all can cover that can change anything for me when it comes to the game of basketball or the NBA. Only someone who has never been a champion would think that that's a conversation that would ever matter. Your research was just missing one key perspective, a champion that understands what it means and takes to do so. So it's just a tad bit flawed.
The research wasn't flawed because the research showed he knows who made that list too. He's the whole never be a reason for me to thank y'all about anything involving basketball. All right, now you.
Now, God, we'll point out you are a Big 3 champion. You are a Battle Mode 2-on-2 champion.
That's how my motherfucking captain come through. That's how my fucking captain come through.
You know what? Something's wrong with y'all.
Okay, here you go. There you go.
The problem is, I say research. You say personal.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure the conversation between them when Clay didn't make it, and they're sitting there asking why and crying and doing all this, someone goes and does the research for you.
Right.
And then gives you the answer. And then you attack the researcher.
Right.
If you think there's something off about what I'm saying, then you answer the question. Why do you think Clay, at the moment of time when they're voting, has 3 rings, he has 2 All-NBAs, and he has 5 All-Stars? Why would that man be left off the top 75 for number 75, who has 6 All-NBAs and 6 All-Stars?
0 rings, and he's talking about Damian Lillard. Draymond Green, he never answered that. He went straight into he put his personal feelings and some emotional shit. He did not answer the question. Gilbert Arenas literally said, well, I'm not saying Gil's always right about it. There's a lot of shit he be saying that be skewed off. The more you talk and the bigger you become, the more eyes are on you, and the more they're able to catch some weird shit that you may say. But Clay, literally, that your own teammate who used to be your teammate is a perfect example why they don't respect, because the voters, y'all gonna find out who the voters are literally saying what Gil said. Because why is Scottie Pippen ranked number 32, but 6 players ahead of him have 0 rings? Why is Dame Lillard a top 75 player with 0 rings? Why is Russell Westbrook, even though that's my guy, I'm not saying he shouldn't be on that list, but I'm just using this example. Why is he a top 75? Why is Anthony Davis a top 75? Put them last ones I just said to the side. We could just do the Scottie Pippen alone. Allen Iverson's 31. Why is Allen Iverson ahead of Scottie Pippen then? You never answered the question. You just got to some personal feeling shit.
I think the 3 championships will push him over the top. So if you don't like my fucking research and my answer, then you answer it. And please don't say, I don't care. Come up with an educated answer.
Don't respond.
But what if, what if he
32,
doesn't care?
32 is Pippen. In front of Pippen is Allen Iverson.
With 0 rings. And Allen Iverson's my guy. But Allen Iverson has 0 rings, and he's ahead of Scottie Pippen, who has 6. And all Gilbert Arenas literally said was they don't respect the second or third option. It's clear as day they do not compare a second or third option winning a ring compared to a first option winning a ring. It's clear as day that they don't. The voters didn't. Because why would Scottie be behind Allen Iverson? Why? Why would Clay be left off, but Damian Lillard is on the list? He didn't want to answer that. He just took it. Again, the non-championship guys are speaking on championships. That's exactly what that was his go-to. And these players they don't admit when they're wrong.
So come up with an answer that you can help the public. It has nothing to do with your feelings. Because I seen the answer. I seen when the Isaiah Thomas statement that Isaiah made when he basically said something about KD, where KD basically saved y'all careers and made y'all Hall of Famers.
He said that.
But he gets disrespected. But he saved y'all. Like I seen that interview.
I didn't see that.
Which is neither here nor there. I did the research. And all I'm saying is, they, not me, bitch, this is not my personal opinion. They, from the research, seems like they don't give 2 shits about second option rings.
Or third options.
They're not valuing Scottie Pippen's 6 and 0 and Jordan's 6 and 0. They're not putting Kobe's 5 rings next to Derek Fisher's 5 rings. They're not.
These is facts. Come back with a fact. Don't come back with what you believe and what you feel. Go back with nigga what's there. Cause that's what he's saying is true. They're not putting them together. Otherwise, AI wouldn't be ahead of Scottie with 0.
Whatsoever. Right? That's not me saying this personally. Right? The people who are voting for you, they never won a championship. And if I ask you right now and say, what is harder to do? Win an MVP or win a championship? What would you say?
Probably harder to win an MVP.
Because MVP is an individual award. I can win a championship on a good team, which is still not easy to do. We don't downplay. I'm not one of them who say winning don't matter. Winning definitely matters, bro.
Disagree.
I say it's a championship.
Okay. Now, mathematically, percentage-wise, what is harder? Winning the MVP is one person, right? It's you versus 449 other people. 0.001 chance. Hold on. One. That's MVPs are then. That's because it's one versus the field. 450 people. Now, when it comes to a championship, it's one team versus 29 other teams. Right? That's 17 players versus 433 other players. So your percentage is actually higher winning a ring because it's a team thing and there's 17 of you guys winning. There's only in history, out of all of the NBA, there's only been 36 MVPs. 36 in the game of basketball. There's only actually been 36. So when you think they're voting for your career and who you are as a player, when you're talking about your ranking, do you really believe that they're using rings as the base or they're using your individual accolades? Because, like I said, if I remove the rings, what I'm saying is if you remove the rings and I say, all right.
He's the Hall of Famer.
I get it. No, what I'm saying is.
But why is he not top 75?
Now tell me this. I'm not asking that. I'm not talking about Hall of Fame. If I tell you who resume is better, 6 All-NBAs and 6 All-Stars, or 2 All-NBAs and 5 All-Stars, which one now belongs in 75? So now you know why Dame was 75 and he was pushed out. His body of work first is what we go off. The ring just solves the tie. If there's a tie, you got 6 All-Stars, you got 6 All-Stars, now I go to the rings. The rings don't supplement your individual greatness that you bring to the game.
I do too.
So when you think about, here.
More hype than Clay.
Hold on. So when you talk about Pippen,
Wait for take a breath. Just jump in.
when you talk about Pippen, and Allen Iverson is in front of him, Allen Iverson has 11 All-Stars, 4 scoring titles, 3-time steals champs, 7 All-NBAs, Rookie of the Year, 2-time All-Star MVP, 1-time All-MVP, right?
And what Clay do right after he didn't make it? Did they win the championship again right after that? Don't that like
As a
shut
team.
all that shit off? Like
He did. He won another championship. The resume he just listed for Allen Iverson, they still didn't put him below Scottie Pippen, with Scottie Pippen having 6 rings. That's all you need to know how they really view ranking players, bro.
that's what winning do. That's what winning mentality.
It shuts it off, but did it change anything? Did he move in front of him? It doesn't. Like that's what I'm saying. You're saying it means something. It means something to the person who's doing it. Here's really a thing. What some person said. They said when you can't do anything individually, you use team accolades to justify it.
Damn. He was a selfish person that said that, right?
Damn, that's
Rashad, please.
That was my. That was a quote, not my opinion. I'm just giving you my opinion.
That's a bar to me.
What is the bar? Say it.
When you can't do what?
When you don't succeed individually, you use team stuff.
All right, so I have a question.
So if someone says I got MVPs, you say, oh, I got team wins. I got a championship.
Rashad, please jump in. Gil's taking a pause.
What y'all are?
What we play the game for?
Man, niggas is winners. I don't know what y'all
What do we play the game of basketball?
Why do
What's
we
his name?
cry when we lose?
Aiden Naismith, Mr. Aiden Naismith. Right, we created this game called basketball.
James Naismith?
James.
I thought you were saying Aaron Naismith.
No.
James Naismith?
I just called him A. Smith.
Okay.
So I'm just, I'm like, all right, the game, the essence, man, the thing we grew up so passionately to be around was a team game. I think the top 50 may have fucked it up because they gave an indicator of where you should strive to try to be the top 50 players of all time. They all got jackets and shit. Then you introduce top 75, and then it just becomes not about team at all. Like we have sprouted
Because
seeds.
they can't win. Because they can't win.
We sprouted seeds in the youth to make it now. Like
Can't win.
your resume is stronger than the team, and the team is what's gonna make your resume.
No, it's the opposite.
So
There's
Karl Malone and John Stockton, all those guys?
See, they don't want to answer that. Like,
What are they? What? Why they what?
Why they in front of
50? And nobody cares about those lists.
You see, that's not a.
That's not what the thing is. The whole thing, nobody cares about. I'm just gonna let it. Y'all making the list. Y'all making the list about basketball. It's not basketball. The essence of basketball is not making the top 75.
Hold on.
Winning championships.
Hold on.
Winning.
Can we?
Game at the end of the game, I got more points than you.
Let's remove our emotions and talk like
That's
experts.
it. Win.
So when we talk about experts,
we all don't get the same award when we win. It's only a certain person. It's only the first person. The only reward you get is the win.
So I get a win.
What are you talking about?
I get a win. I'm a part of something in this ring, and I'm over here still, and I'm looking at.
You're a winner. Is that not enough?
No.
So y'all gotta go play some other shit. If you want to win and some other shit, feel more appreciated.
This is your personal feelings.
Win.
This is your.
When we walk away as winners, we're like, yo. I was an NCAA champion. I cut down the net. No one can ever take that away from me. I don't have to have made no money. I ain't had to make no record book appearance. I ain't had to score the most points. Man, I remember that day. That day gonna live forever.
That's your personal feeling. Then when someone
I think that's what Draymond is talking about too.
We're not talking about. I'm talking about research. You're pretending like I'm coming up with this. You're acting like I'm one of the 100 voters that voted for the criteria. I just do the research that shows you.
Talk about winning.
Because I did the research. When I ask you a question,
it should be winners that's
when I ask you the question,
Who's doing the list? Who's doing the list?
change the whole list.
Who's doing the list?
there's NBA.
That's the bro. Who's doing the list? When you hear who's doing the list, all right, it's gonna make this shit clear.
Players that actually vote. I come up with something and I say, hey.
So that means all the voters should be winners. All the voters should be winners.
Who you think
You don't know what it feels like.
Okay. Hold on. No.
I mean, the list will be different.
Can you read? Can you read?
So Robert Ory.
Can you read so we can all
Winning
witness?
championships matter, man. Winning matters.
It does. I never said it didn't.
I didn't say it didn't.
It's what we play the game for.
Why are we talking about?
No. I want everybody to hold that thought.
Why niggas feel bad
Hold
for
on.
Kyrie?
I want everybody.
Game 7.
I want you to see y'all.
So top 75.
Okay, no. So listen. So when we say Clay in his 3 rings, his 3 rings is Klay Thompson, and he didn't make the top 75. Tell me who the fuck the voters are.
So the NBA 75th anniversary team was selected by a panel of 88 people, including current and former players, coaches, general
You
managers.
said current and what?
Current and formal players.
Current and former players.
Current and formal. Okay.
Coaches, general managers, team and league executives, WNBA legends, and sports writers. And
WNBA legends. I'm hearing all I needed to hear. Okay, it's players who involved in this shit. Former and current.
broadcasters.
Vote.
So some of this list included Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
A winner. Maybe they all didn't agree necessarily, but they all came to a conclusion, right? Right.
Tim Duncan,
Tim Duncan, another winner.
Russell,
Bill Russell, another winner.
Julius Irving, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and many.
Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, many more.
Many more.
And these are winners who didn't put a winner on the list. These are winners that didn't put a winner on the list. These are winners that didn't put a winner on the list. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Bill Russell, Kareem, and all them didn't put Klay Thompson top 75. They all agree. They had to come to a conclusion, a foregone conclusion, right? They didn't put him top 75 with 3 rings, but they put somebody else, Dame Lillard, number 75 with 0 rings, right? They put Scottie Pippen 32, but put Allen Iverson 31. These are winners who did this. I'm confused. The episode should have stopped right here.
Those guys, hold on. Those guys who are voted as winners, as champions, as top 5, somehow left a guy who has 3 rings off, and you acting like I'm doing something fucked up.
The combo should have been stopped right then and there. That's what Draymond wasn't getting. The people who voted were winners. Yes, it was executive GMs, coaches, and shit like that. But you had Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, other greats who came to a conclusion to leave said player off with 3 rings. To put a player who has 0 rings ahead of Scottie Pippen, who has 6. Why did the conversation even continue after this?
Well, Klay Thompson is sitting back and he's like, man, 75 or not,
listen to
I got 3 chips in a lot.
Again, feelings. He's saying, I'm going off of what was said. Why aren't y'all going at them? They did it. That's what I said, that it looks like they don't respect second, third option guys to win rings. Because why are you leaving a 3-time champion at this time? He has 4 now, obviously. 3-time championship player off of the top 75. Why are you leaving him off, but you're putting a player who has nothing, no championship on there? What does it mean?
Money, dips, and all kind of shit.
Hold on.
Good.
Listen to what y'all said. Remove yourself. The man with 3 rings, and we're saying they matter, and then his peers.
4.
At the time, it was 3. My research, 3, 2, and 5 at the time. His voters are other champions, dog. That's voting. They voted. Not me, nigga. They voted. Say the name again so we can see who we can blame for it. Not who
Is it
voted.
possible that the voters didn't vote for who they like because they don't like the nigga?
You see, and this is my other thing. When you prove a point and then they come at you with another angle, Michael Jordan and them did not vote Klay Thompson as a top 75 player with 3 rings at the time. But they voted Damian Lillard, who has 0. Now, did they not like them? What this? Klay probably ain't did shit to none of them. This is all before his time. What Klay probably a cool dude. They just don't respect second, third options over a first option who didn't win a ring or who did win a ring. That's just what it is. It's clear as day. Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, probably other coaches that played the game too, former players that became coaches, did not vote Klay Thompson in the top 75 with 3 championships at the time. But they voted someone who had 0 in Damian Lillard. And there's still a conversation. Clear as day, they don't respect. If you're not...
Okay, now see the excuses. Now you see the
exactly.
So vote.
So why does he have to be in somebody's list?
You just said
he's
winner.
a champion.
So important.
You're not. They weren't seeing the point. The point was, why are you coming at me for what I said when the voters are clearly thinking exactly or operating on exactly what I'm doing on what I just said, the research I said. You have a 3-time champion, did not make the top 75. But you had a 0-time championship make the top 75. And then you got Michael Jordan, Kareem, Magic, and them who've won. Former players that are coaches now who voted that. You have them. And we're still talking about this, trying to say that I'm crazy for what I said when these guys are the ones doing it. I just literally called out the research. I'm confused.
Winner.
It's not important.
Why are you offended with information? He came at me. I'm giving information.
Somebody that lost can't talk about
I'm giving.
You're giving me all.
I'm not giving you
No. Nick Young, you're not getting it. The players he just said won. And just said a player who didn't win isn't qualified for top 75. So what do you...
No, wait, hold on.
Exactly.
I'm not giving
That's what we're doing. We're going back in time, digging up bullshit information, bringing it to 2025 like it's relevant now.
Man,
that shit is old.
The top 75 just got to...
Wait, no.
What about it?
See, this is the problem with
What
these
about
dudes.
it?
That got...
You know what? And now I'm
Champions are
offended.
champions, bro.
I'm not...
So where's the top champions list? Why are we doing top... We don't
Talk to Michael Jordan and them. All Gilbert was saying is that they don't respect second and third option guys who win rings over a guy who's a first option to win it or not win it. And that's clear as day true. Talk to the voters about that. He just saying, he did the research and said it looks like they don't do that. Where's the top champions list? That's an emotional feelings response. That's all he's saying. He's not even saying he agreed that Klay shouldn't be top 75. He just saying what the voters did, which was Michael Jordan and them. And y'all not saying nothing. Well, I ain't gonna say y'all. Nick Young and McCants ain't saying nothing to dude. Nothing to bro. Like nothing about that. You go talk to them. I'm just calling out what it was.
know, because we don't care no more. We don't care about who the top champions are.
Wait,
somebody else?
You know why I'm offended?
So you wouldn't want to be a top 35 player ever?
I'm a champion, bro.
Man,
That's not even about that, though. It's not even about that. The fact is, y'all moving the goalpost. All he was saying was, again, they don't respect second, third fiddle championship guys. Clear as day for not having Klay on the top 75, for having Allen Iverson ahead of Scottie Pippen, this, that, and the third, right? Clear as day they don't. That's all he was saying. And there's facts to back it up. And then you have the voters being former players and current players. And you just listed a bunch of champions who agreed that Klay is not a top 75 player. And there's still a conversation. This should just be funny to me, yo. It really do.
Man, somebody got pushed out of that 75, didn't they?
No. Russell Westbrook and James Harden's in the top 75, dog.
Congratulations.
Shit, that's better than being
a champion. Whoa. Is that better than being a champion?
I don't even know why they even doing that, because this had nothing to do with that.
Is it better than being a second option?
Is it better than being
It's better than being a second option on the championship team.
Is it better than being
a second option? It's better than being a second or third option on the
You
championship team.
can't argue. They never takes the.
I'm just
like
better than being a champion. Being top 75 is better than being a champion.
Hey, listen, top 75. Wait, hold on, BJ. No. Because I'm sick of these two niggas right here.
Okay.
I'm sick of you talking about winning.
No, wait, hold on, dog. I'm tired. I am tired.
Go to sleep, nigga.
No, I am tired of saying. Let's go, nigga. I am tired of saying. Okay, cool. Get the fuck on out of here, nigga. I am tired of saying. I'm looking at a media personality, and I'm telling him, y'all did this, and I'm tired of these two niggas pretending I'm saying it. I'm telling him, y'all are fucking up, and these niggas is coming at me like I did something.
Michael Jordan and them created the list. They set the list. Former players, coaches, executive GMs, they did it. All I needed to hear was Michael Jordan, Magic, and them. They agreed that Clay is not a top 75 player with 3 championships. But they also agreed players with 0, like Dame, are top 75. Why is there even a conversation still, bro? I'm confused. Man. We're gonna leave that video alone, bro. We're gonna leave that video alone. NBA YoungBoy just dropped.
If you're
see, he dropped hella shit, man. He just 3 music videos in a day. It's crazy. It's gonna be, these views gonna run up though. You know how YB do it. Oh man. Go on Instagram and see what's going down. Like, I don't know why that was even a... That really shouldn't be that hard to, like... I don't understand why that shit's so hard to, like, comprehend, bro. I don't see why that shit's so hard to comprehend. Shit should be so simple. I just had to, like... We had to, like, watch that, bro. Man, oh man. Eye of the game. Oh. This nigga did it a couple of episodes and that was it. Oh man, that was crazy. Massive full album. These dudes doing the music reactions, I be seeing it, but the videos just get copywritten and blocked too much. I was like, bro, I'm not even really a music reactor anyway. There's no point in doing it if you're just gonna keep getting copyrighted. But yeah, that was funny, bro. That shit was really funny, bro, because it was like, I don't think people was really like listening to what he was saying, bro. I don't think people was listening to what was really being said, bro, because that shit was crazy. But it's probably gonna wrap up the stream though. We've been live for a couple of hours. Let's look at that top 75 list. Actually, got 70. So I already did this much. Bill Cunningham. Okay, Melo 69 with 0 rings. Klay Thompson has 3, no champion. Westbrook 68. Westbrook's obviously my guy, but 0 rings. Top 75. Dennis Rodman, he's a champion. I'm going off the players who I know who have rings. Paul Pierce has a ring. Dave Cohen, Sam Jones, Nate Archibald, Elvin Haynes, Willis Reed, James Worthy, Pete Maravich. I'm going off the guy Clyde Drexler, George Garvin, Reggie Miller. Harden doesn't have a ring. I don't think Reggie Miller has a ring either. He doesn't. Top 75. Ray Allen got 2. Jerry Lucas, Bill Walton, Jason Kidd, Gary Payton, Walt Frazier, Patrick Ewing, Kevin McHale, Steve Nash, Bob Cousy, Kawhi Leonard, Scottie Pippen. We got 6. Allen Iverson has none. Top 75, right? Allen Iverson is my 3rd favorite player of all time. Really my 2nd, 3rd. It's like wishy-washy with them. Dwayne Wade is valid, obviously. Chris Paul's ahead of Dwayne Wade with 0 rings. Chris Paul's on the list with 0 rings. Okay. Like I said, this is the voters. And that's all he was telling you. Really put the CP3 and Dwayne Wade to the side. CP3's on the list over Clay with 0 rings, right? Oh. Charles Barkley's over Clay, 0 rings. Giannis, Dirk, Steph Curry, 16, Moses Malone, Irving Hakeem, KD's 12, Shaq's 11, Kobe's 10. Tim Duncan's 8. 2. Okay. Man, it's funny when people don't listen to understand. But anyways, man, if y'all know how we coming, bro. Appreciate all those who have been tuned in. Oh shit, appreciate